All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Monday evening. NBA playoffs kick off today. I know if you're a fan like me, man, we've been waiting on this for a long time. This actually supposed to be over by now, but we're happy that it's here and first of all, let's get an NBA credit for being able to put all this together, man. And it seemed to be going safe and smooth, and so hats off to the NBA and all the players that decided to come down, even the ones that couldn't come down for family reasons. We salute them too. Also, guys, if you want to reach out to me again, like I always say, man, hit me in the DMs on Instagram. If I can't get to the comments, I definitely reply there. And also, guys, if you like some cool merch that represents your team, I got all pretty much merch for every team. The link in the bio for that, man. So check some of that out if you feel free. All right, let's talk about it, man. The Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, I don't know why I just messed that up. But what I will say, man, is coming into this game, you know that the 76ers was a little short-handed because of not having Simmons, and that's a big loss for them. That's a big loss for them. We all know who Ben Simmons is, and the pressure that he puts on a team both defensively and offensively, and his ability to get to the hole, especially against a smaller team like Boston, would have been, it'd have been just insurmountable in some aspects. So coming into this series, we know the main thing for the 76ers is going to be Embiid. Embiid pretty much going to have to be the guy, hands down. He's just going to have to muster up and take over games. And that's the way they're going to have to win this series. Obviously, today I thought he played pretty well. Also, Richardson played pretty well today. I thought Tobias Harris played well. And I felt like the one thing is, even though they was able to kind of make the Celtics fight for those rebounds, they got to grab those rebounds. The Celtics, they're not a good rebounding team, mainly because of size, and Embiid has to impose as well. I personally feel like for the 76ers to win this series, Embiid going to have to go back. He's going to go a little old school. He's going to have to, just really bang them out in the middle. He's going to have to, just attack that rim and just be a monster among men, to steal a WWE term. He's going to have to be a monster among men in that middle for them to succeed in this. But it was very competitive. But I don't think competitive is enough. I think they want to win. And if they want to win this series, it's going to require, hands down, just some immaculate play by Ben Simmons. I meant Joel Embiid, guys. Yeah, I'm missing, because he's not in. But Joel Embiid is what I mean to say. Joel Embiid is going to have to just take over inside, man. And one thing I want to say, though, I'm a fan of Joel Embiid, but sometimes he do a little too much, man. Like the extra pushes and stuff like that. That works sometimes to get in players' head, but sometimes it just looks uncalled for. And to me, he's such a great player that I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. I don't like the one on Marcus Smart, the pushing after he went up, he pushed him again in the chest. Come on, man, you don't have to do that, bro. You're amazing, bro. One of the top talents in the whole NBA. Let that speak for itself, not the antics, man. But I digress, man. That just was a little disappointing. All right, so let's talk about the Boston Celtics, who actually won this game here. So they're up in the series 1-0 right now. The Boston Celtics, to me, you got to see progress, right? The Boston Celtics are a team that, when you look at, you go, they're coming. They got to be here now. This is Jason Tatum, is to me one of the most dynamic and one of the best young talent in the league, man. And I mean, and my only knock ever has against him is sometimes I was just like, man, just take it. Just take the game over. Just take it over. But, I think that the Boston Celtics, along with their coach, Brad Stevens, is poised to be a force to be reckoned with. So when you look at Let's talk about your guy Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is just he's great, man. He's great. And then what you notice though in that fourth quarter, Jaylen Brown, then he steps in. You know what I'm saying? And then he comes in and he just do his thing and he kind of electrifies and take over and spark the run. So I think that's a great 1-2 punch. And then you add the veteran leadership of a Marcus Smart. You know what I'm saying? That to me is I think it's like a perfect little combination because Jason Tatum and when you're watching Tatum now, he's a lot more verbal. He got a lot more to say. He stick his chest out a little bit more, and you like that from a young guy going through his maturation process and the guy that's looking to be a leader of this team and go down as one of the greats in the NBA. You see him making his steps, right? And then you got to think about Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker to me is still, he's been battling those injuries, but it's starting to feel like he's getting it. You've seen some of his cuts to the basket, and you're like, okay, there we go. And then again, like with Jaylen Brown, he's one of those guys that he don't get talked about a lot unless you're talking about the Celtics. But he's to me a little underrated for what he brings to the Celtics. And overall, man, they got a great nucleus here. And with Thias, I hope I'm saying it. Thias. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's one of those guys that is going to have to. He's going to be a factor, but his battle is with Embiid up under there. That's going to be his battle this whole series. And to me, I think it's key for him just take you. Embiid is a great player. So take your wins, take your loss, and keep playing. And that's all he can do. Make your shots when you get open opportunities. But his battle is going to be with Embiid. As long as he can stay down there and battle with him and do the best he can, I think they can't ask no more for him. Overall, man, this game, I think this gonna be a 6 or 7 game series. I know the Celtics got to win tonight, but when you watch this game, you felt like this is gonna be a long series. I could be wrong. This could be a sweep. I don't know. But if I was a betting man, I say this series is gonna go 6 or 7 games just because these are two teams that are very familiar with each other, and these are two of the best teams. Not shorthandedly when it comes to 76ers, but they're two of the best teams in the entire Eastern Conference. And they're playing each other like that, and they're very familiar with each other. So you're going to see a lot of adjustment and counter punching throughout this series, and it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be entertaining. So yeah, guys, that's my take, man. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. The Boston Celtics up 1-0, but it's gonna be a good series, man. So I think Embiid gonna have to be the man in order for the 76ers to pull this series off. But with that being said, guys, please hit the like, comment, subscribe button. And until next time, you guys be great, man.